And the Buffaloes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This wide receiver matchup is one that we've been waiting to see. You have two guys on either side, Jesse, who are really going to make the secondaries nervous.
Oh, they should, because these guys can take the top off of defense. You've got two very dynamic individuals playing on each offense, and if I'm playing quarterback in this game for either team, I am going to take my shots and give my guy an opportunity, because both of these guys, David, have proven they can make circus-level catches.
I mean, when they're not open, they're open. I mean, they can make the dynamic catches, the contested catches. They have the speed. They are two of the best playmakers in all of the country. So whenever an offense has the football today, you're going to like the show.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. With the catch, it's Richardson. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense trying to take it back. Touchdown, Colorado! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Man, defenses are always trying to force turnovers to get the ball back to their offense, make those big plays. You know what the cherry on the sundae is? When you force the turnover, the pill hits the ground, you scoop it up, and you take it all the way back to the house. Huge play for this defense.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. They're to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And the offense takes the field, ready to go back to work. From the gun, running back gets the give. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Crosses the 45. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line. Not much can impose your will on a defense like popping a big run.
Especially when they know you're going to run it, right? This offense right now is just more physical. They're more physical up front in the trenches. And this running back and his ability to break tackles, that is just so demoralizing for this defense.
Sometimes you have to put it in a tight window, and sometimes the window is gargantuan, and it was there.
Yeah, that was one of them big old huge windows. And I tell you what, when you throw to the middle of the field, a lot of times quarterbacks are a little bit hesitant. When you're that open, it's easy to pull the trigger, easy to make the decision, make the read, get the ball to your receiver.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Hand off from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Big pick up on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires it complete to the right. Makes the catch and runs his way into the end zone for the touchdown. Man, he didn't just put it on his numbers. If he were throwing it at a front porch, he would have put that right in the keyhole. What a precise pass.
Right in the keyhole, right on the button, right on the face mask, whatever it was. Great throw, great timing. Nice job by the quarterback.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And the score came on an impressive run from the 20. They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Bringing it back. The coverage team maintains its discipline, not much doing on that return. So the Colorado Buffaloes offense will go to work for the first time. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will. A really nice day. And I think, Jesse, you take that and you start to build on it for this offense and really continue to trust him to make plays through the air.
Yeah, that's a good point. I think he really earned his offensive coordinator's trust after that performance. So I'm anticipating the playbook to expand a little bit in this game. Maybe see some new schemes in the passing game just based on what this guy was able to do the last time he took the field.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
And he is snowed under. Sacked at the 7.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. Out comes the offense as they get set to take over. They go to the ground. And he was greeted by a host of defenders and barely gets it back to the line of scrimmage.
And how about that young man getting in the backfield again? He's really got his fingerprints all over this game so far to start it, man. We're still in the first half, and he's got a sack. He's got a tackle for a loss. These are the kind of plays that really help your defense push these up.
Turns on the Jets. Into the end zone for a touchdown.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. If this quarterback gets through his progression, David, hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Excellent job by the kick coverage team. A pretty minimal gain on that return. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Unloads to the wideout. Makes the grab along the sidelines, and they get enough for the first down. Just outstanding execution, continuing to work his way back through the football.
Yeah, and everything about this route looks vertical. The comeback, it looks like it's a go. I'm thinking speed, and then he sets it down. QB puts the ball on the money, and he makes the play.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Pulls and fires complete. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Getting suffocated right away. How about the DB? Just seeing that initially, pulling the trigger, getting to him, get him on the ground, get the tackle for this.
To the air. It's Barnett. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
On third and long, you know what's coming. It's exactly where you want to get an offense. The passing game has to come out. You go nickel, bring some more speed on the field, and the defensive line gets home and gets the sack to force the fourth down.
And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Nestles it in at the 35. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. They've got the big fellas out there. A 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. There he goes. And he picks up enough for the first down. We'll see if they get another snap here in the first quarter. And they've swapped ends of the field, and we'll get it going in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. Wants to throw on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line's got to do a better job. I mean, he doesn't even have time to go through his progressions. You got to give your QB some time. You got to make him feel comfortable. They didn't. They got in there quick, fast, and in a hurry.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. It's complete to the left. Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 13. Offense lining up quickly. Leaves it with the running back. Got some room into the goal line. Saunters into the end zone for a touchdown. Effective offense leading the way here and establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he's going to try to return this one. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Throws to the tight end. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
That defender is lucky on that play because he was beat on that deep route. He's lucky the QB overthrew that one.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. The screen, he's got wheels. Quick spin on the line. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage. The Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Tries to slither forward on the sneak. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47. Running game got it done on the last play. Now it's first down. Here's the handoff. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
That's really worrisome if I'm the head coach, watching my run game suffer the way it has early in this game. And that's why you're down by a lot of points right now. The only way you're going to change the scoreboard is if you're able to find a way to start running it. So if you can't do it with your running backs, you got to think about QB runs, jet sweeps. You got to find ways to have balance and be able to get it done on the ground.
Some hand fighting at the point of the catch will draw the penalty, but this one is going to go against the offense. Offense gets set for second down. Wants to go up top. He's going for a big play downfield. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Returns it down to the 35-yard line as they cash in on the opportunity to force a turnover.
And that's the problem when you get in second and forever. The defense knows they make you one-dimensional. They know you're going to take shots down the field. They stay deep, they break on the football, and they take advantage of the opportunity.
Finding an escape route. He has the first and still on his feet. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. No one's going to get him. Touchdown. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
I love the execution on that play. Great blocking up front just to get the ball carrier an opportunity in the second level of the defense. And then at that point, it was make a guy miss and use the speed. That was a perfectly executed play.
Bringing it out. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They're looking at a 21-point hole. There's still time to do some work, but there's also no time to waste. Just a short pass to the tight end. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
Now the play fake. Here's the pressure. Unleashes one. That ball was nearly intercepted. They'll live to tell about it. Third down coming up. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. Back to pass. It's Barnett. Makes the grab. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2.
Really nice job by the defense that time, getting a stop. They've been really good so far in this one, shutting this guy down, not letting him break out. You've got the lead. It's tight, though. And you know the opponent is going to keep trying to run it. So can you keep this up here in the second half on defense? That's the question.
Got a man. It's Gibson. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Buffaloes will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll get him corralled and down at about the 19-yard line. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Looking to throw on first down. Got a man. It's Barber. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Might be changing the route. Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Boy, guys, they got off to a great start with that big first play on this drive, but now a couple of incompletions leaves them in a hole. Gonna look downfield again. Throws for the tight end. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
On 4th down, going to the air. Catches it past the sticks and still on his feet. Pulls it in and runs into the end zone for a touchdown.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. And he is snowed under, sacked at the 7.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
Make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Corners showing press. They want to be physical here. At the 20, he's got space. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We've got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Past the 1st down marker and still running. Brought down at the 45 after a 15-yard pickup. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock. The Buffaloes will snap it on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Buffaloes want to pick up the tempo. Back to throw, it's Barnett. He's run out of bounds and didn't gain an inch on the play. A 3rd down try for the offense. They'll give it to the back. Running to Green. He is denied. Cannot get to the 1st down marker, and it's 4th down coming. Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Punt is on its way. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Got the 1st down and more. Makes the tackle at the 30 after he picked up 10. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful first 2 quarters of football there today in Vegas. And it's been an absolute clinic in fundamental defensive football so far. A total standoff with both teams refusing to give an inch. And I know this new era of football is about chucking it all over the yard and just outscoring the other team. But this game is a throwback, and to be honest, it's refreshing. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Allegiant Stadium.
Thanks for that breakdown, Kevin. Just about set to get this second half underway. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Got blown out in the first half and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter.
It just starts with one play, though. You just need one thing to go right for this offense to start to build that momentum, and then that becomes infectious for the defense, for special teams. Everything can change. It just takes one play.
It really can, and it's so strange, and you can't quantify it, and I don't know how to describe it as a coach or as a player, but you got to...
And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback a little better.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And I wish I could bring you some hope, but, man, this defense, again, you know, they already got the lead. They got their ears pinned back. They're rushing the quarterback. I know this one's over, but offensively, let's find a way to protect our guy, put something together. Maybe we find a way to make this respectable at some point in the football.
And the Buffaloes will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. A fair catch is called for and made just across the 50-yard line. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. Trying to start the drive with a pass. Starting to feel a little pressure. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking for a huge play. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, on that last deep shot, it looked to me like the quarterback probably forced that ball into coverage. But can you really blame him, guys? I mean, these two have already hooked up for 2 touchdowns in the game. If I'm him, I'm thinking the same thing. Even when he's covered, he's open. And he's shown the ability to climb the ladder and make contested catches. So I don't mind him taking another shot there.
Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes the grab, he's got a 1st down. And into the end zone for a touchdown.
Have a day, young fella. I foresee some social media posts in his future. Not 1, not 2, but 3 receiving touchdowns on the day. What a ball game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, your game is a big one, but so is this battle right now inside the Big Ten. Michigan State is ahead in East Lansing, but that's not exactly Kenneth Walker III out there running the ball. This game is a long way from being over. They're up by 11 over Minnesota. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the 1st down.
And a great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast playmaker on the ground.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Flips it out on the screen. Makes a man miss. Turning it on. He'll be forced out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 44-yard line, and this offense has it going. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38.
The defense is just killing. Success after success after success. If I'm the offense, I got to change something up, or my quarterback's going to be forced to change because he's going to be in the injury team.
They'll go to the ground. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield.
And you thought maybe in the second half this offense could just find a rhythm, find something to take it at their number, not putting up a lot of points.
The Buffaloes will bring the punt team onto the field. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. Catches it cleanly at the 20. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And the offense takes over to dip into its bag of ball plays. Quarterback making checks. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Working that left side now. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that will probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Now they've moved it just inside the 40. 1st and 10 from the 39. To the air on first down. Makes the grab.
And quarterback receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Back to pass. Firing to the right, complete. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the back in the middle.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
Now on 2nd and short after the first down completion. Give to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave a little bit of everything on that one.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll go to the air. And it's incomplete. He was looking to the end zone and trying to get 6.
And I don't blame this offense at all for throwing the football down here. Like, you can trust. He's already got 4 touchdown passes on the day. He's proven he's trustworthy. Nice job by the defense, not getting fooled again. They've had a bad day, but that was a good play.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputed indisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. Lining up to add another. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Looking to pass. It's Barnett. Under fire. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. As we enter the fourth quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Looking to fire. Oh, they're after him. It's complete on the right side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Got out of trouble and throws. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. And the Buffaloes will punt this one away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll get it up to about... Put a 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. And now the offense will come onto the field again. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute it.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll run it from the gun. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
Man, this is a punch to the gut. When you know you're losing, and you know you got to get a stop, and you know they're going to run the football, and they still run the football down your throat. It's been that kind of day for this defense.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Picks up the first down, still moving. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Back to pass, it's Tompkins. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
Well, will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. Might be calling a hot route. Going to swing it on second down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete. They run into a bit of trouble here. 3rd and long from the 25, and the last thing they want is to get knocked out of field goal range. They want to throw it. Pulls it in. It's Charles. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. They're a perfect 2 for 2 on 4th down. They'll go for the hat trick. They go to the wide receiver screen. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college that would have done the same thing. If backups are on the field, they get an opportunity to run your playbook. So let him do it. At the end of the day, you've got to force the opponent to stop. And that's what they're doing. That's the mindset. And I got to be honest, I like it.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's got the sidelines going nuts as he gets it down to the 18-yard line. They just changed the dynamic of this possession in a heartbeat, and now it's 1st and 10 from inside the red zone. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Well, the QB decided to keep it on that one. And listen, if you had his athleticism, you'd want to keep it too. Almost every time they run these types of option plays. But he's just going to have to do a good job of understanding when to hand it off, when to pitch it, and try to keep this defense on their heels and read his keys. He's got a lot of talent. Just got to make sure he's making the right decisions moving forward.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
Yeah, when he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room.
Intercepted, big play, stops the drive.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, it's Tompkins. Gets it out quickly.
And there's no mercy rule in college football. They've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter, and they're still staying aggressive. They're still throwing the football, going out and executing, working on their craft. They've got bigger fish coming up down the road, bigger games. So you got to keep sharpening the tools, and that's what you're seeing here in the 4th quarter.
Punts it out of the air. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on 3rd down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the 1st down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they had to get to and forcing the 4th down. How about that 4th down? I'm going for it because I'm ending this game with my offense on the field, getting the 1st down, and now Palmer just watching it go tick, tick, tick.
Yep. Listen, it's just imposing your will, right? You know you're running it. The opponent knows you're running it there on 4th down. There's just nothing they can do to stop it.
He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. Wants to throw on 1st down. The short hands, it's Charles. Breaks into the open. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. inside the 30 at the 29. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. Timeout is called by the offense. 16 seconds left in the game.
And this defense continuing to struggle with the passing game. Listen, these offenses are so sophisticated nowadays. They're hard to stop, man. And it's a new one every single week. And I say this game, this defense underperformed. They're better than what they've shown. They've gotten torched today. And this is a tape that they're going to want to burn and never watch again.
Grab near the marker. It's Charles. The offense gets the timeout. 12 ticks left on the clock.
And I love when you understand when I'm supposed to put some RPMs on that football. You can tell he's throwing over the middle of the field. He knows he's got defenders there. I got to throw this thing in there quick, fast, in a hurry. Nice job by the quarterback.
He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's 2nd down. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. To the air, it's Tompkins. Rushes on him. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but
throw toward the end zone, picked off right at the goal line. Bringing it back. And he takes the interception return out of bounds, and that's how we'll wrap it up. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team coming to fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.